If you want swimming and relaxing, Spain has Ibiza and beaches like Soto Grande and La Hacienda beaches. But surprisingly, having a dip in the water is not the most popular thing to do here in Spain. Their top tourist destinations are their museums and cathedrals, and here in Barcelona, it's the Sagrada Familia Basilica. This is Sagrada Familia, said to be the icon that will symbolize Barcelona. Started in 1882 and still under construction, consecrated only in 2010, one of the country's UNESCO World Heritage Sites. A gift from Filipinos welcomed us inside.
Then we were mesmerized and expelled sins. Welcome to the Church of the Sagrada Familia, which is the Church of the Holy Family. It's the most visited church in the whole world. And it was architected by a guy called Gaudi, who was truly inspired by nature to create such a wonderful architecture and such wonderful stained glass windows, which have the effect of when the sun comes around the whole building, lights up these wonderful works of art in themselves.
Aside from the architectural and engineering style of what they say combining Gothic and curvilinear Art Nouveau forms, the harmony of the lights just fascinated us. This illumination effect was designed by Carl Bigas. It has gained mixed feedback from experts, saying it was strange looking, hideous, vulgar and pretentious. Some said it was a marvel of technical perfection. It has nevertheless drawn 2.5 million visitors every year.
Although it was less than a quarter of Gaudi's work, it is still worked on by renowned architects of the country according to his ideas and designs, which are said to be childhood inspiration from nature. Aimed to finish in 2028, Gaudi's words were, "My client is not in a hurry."
His other works in the city were Casa Mila or La Pedrera and the Casa Batlló. Over 90% of the population are Catholics. There are 70 dioceses and archdioceses in the country. Perhaps one of the strong inheritance of the Philippines from Spain is how lavishly the churches are decorated with statues, paintings, and all sorts of art of saints and the Holy Trinity. Artists from Spain have been highly influential in the development of various European artistic movements. Spanish art has known a great number of influences. The Moorish Muslim heritage in Spain is still evident today, and European influences include Italy, Germany, and France, especially during the Baroque and Neoclassical periods. Its famous artists, like Gaudi and Picasso, however, were already modern artists starting the 19th century. What coolest way to get a glimpse of a city or a place than to get an aerial view of it? And what's the hippest way to do it? Get into a cable car. We've come across this fun way to see the city in a bird's eye view, and yet brought us to an even more interesting discovery at the top of a hill. It looks familiar, and even more familiar as we went closer. It reminds me of Fort Santiago in the Philippines, although ours is a lot more older than this. This is the 17th century Montjuic Castle. We're here in Montjuic Castle in Spain, and I'll just show you an interesting part of the castle. Jose Rizal, our national hero from the Philippines, was actually detained here in this castle when he was about to go to Cuba for a medical mission in October 1896. And then on that time he was sent to the Philippines, and that year, December, he was executed. The fortress also served as a prison during its time, just like our Fort Santiago. Yet the place also surprised me of another familiar scene and smell. It's just like I'm in a Filipino restaurant. There's adobo and leche plan. But it led us to another Spanish idea about food. Tapas.
We're on our second tapas meal. We're in tapas restaurant, Portugal tapas restaurant in Barcelona, and we're having a hard time selecting from this amazing menu.
Tapas is a wide variety of snacks or appetizers in Spanish cuisine. It was said to encourage conversation rather than in an entire meal. It's their way of filling their stomach in between meal times, as they serve lunch and supper in later times than usual.